Okay, so y'all can come get rid of me. I can kind of tell y'all how crazy I am. I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the head, but that's okay. Y'all gonna love me anyways. All right, y'all. So I be in the shower and I be talking to myself. Now I don't know if you talk to yourself in the shower, but baby, I be having full conversations. I be planning out visions. Like the shower is my thinking spot. When I'm in the shower, I'm gonna come up with something real good, right? Right. So I'm in the shower today and I'm just talking to myself per usual. And I start thinking about like messages for content because I'm a content creator, right? And I don't really be on YouTube, but I'm trying to get on YouTube because I'm like, I got a bomb personality. And if people get to like really see all sides of me, baby, God gonna bless me, God gonna bless y'all. We're gonna be blessed together. It's gonna be real cute. So I'm on there thinking, I'm like, well, girl, what is gonna be your message today? And I was playing around with the notion of nobody can beat me because I've already won. And I was saying it in the terms of nobody can beat me physically, like in the physical realm, because mentally, I've already won. Mentally, God gives me the confidence and the vision to know, baby, I'm her. And not in a cocky way, very humbly, but I'm her. And so I started talking to myself, and I'm like, okay, well, how can you make this a message? Because a quick message too. And I was just in a talking out, and I was like, oh, so it ain't really much too quick about it. It's not a 5-minute thing, but I can shorten it down for social media. But I didn't really want to shorten it down too much. I was like, I really want to talk through this. And so I said, why not on YouTube? Why don't I come on YouTube and why don't I talk through it? And then, of course, like I make a short message after I talk through it for shorts and social media, you know how social media is. And so I was literally talking to myself again. And I was like, all right, so nobody can beat you because you already won. What does that mean? And I'm like, so in life, people be competing with other people. Like that's where envy comes from. That's where the feeling of loss comes from. That's where the feeling of underachievement comes from. Is you comparing what somebody else already done and you being like, hold on, I ain't done that. I ain't got there. I ain't there yet. And so you begin to feel like, because you compare it to somebody else, that you ain't where you're supposed to be. I don't typically do that because I have a problem in my head where I believe everything on social media is fake. It could be realer than the green grass on the ground. I'm going to say, they probably put a little filter on me because I do understand that social media is for presence, it's for likes, it's not to be, like truly, people say they're being vulnerable, but they're not telling you everything. And so I'm like, okay, so that's why I don't think that everything like fake glitters is gold. And I've been around those scenes. So I know like what it look like on social media. And I done been in like the nose and I'm like, ooh, baby, they don't correlate. So again, I just don't believe everything be true. So I'm blessed in that nature. However, I'm like, okay, well, physically, Amber, they could be doing better than you. So how are you saying like you can't lose? And then I'm like, okay, well, I can't lose because I've already won. So the way I think about stuff is when I am winning, y'all, like highs, I mean like getting to the bag, taking trips, doing my big girl thing, right? Family on 10, like everything's perfect, seems perfect, that I'm lit, right? But I'm thanking God in those moments for the opportunity. I'm thanking God in those moments for the journey. So I'm like, God, thank you for this opportunity to be here. Like, thank you for the opportunity to experience this exact moment. Like, this is dope. I'm very thankful in my highs. But when I get to my lows meaning, oh, the bank really ain't looking like it's supposed to be looking. The jobs really ain't coming how they supposed to be booking. I'm still like, God, thank you for this lesson because I'm gonna need this. Like, I'm so glad that you taught me this now and not when I had got XYZ. And then I was up there thinking XYZ is good, and then everything crumbled because I didn't know it. God, thank you. God, thank you. Like, Lowe's now. Remember, bank account ain't banking, bookings ain't booking, like all that stuff. And so I still be like, God, thank you. And then on top of that, I be like, and God, thank you for this testimony. Because a testimony ain't nothing but your story. And if you know anything about a good book, I'm not talking about the good book, I'm talking about a good book, it has to be like some turmoil, like some riff, like something that just like, oh my God, that happened? Before we get to the good part. And so when you know that to be, and I know that has a name, but I'm just explaining my story, right? So, like something like real crazy, atrocious happens, and then all of a sudden, like it leads to something beautiful. And you finish reading this book, and you're like, oh my God, that was so beautiful. That is a good book. Like, that is a good book. You start calling your friend, when you and your friends talking about y'all little business stuff, and y'all talking about like what y'all been doing. Girl, I done read this book. This book was good. You gotta read this book. Like, this was a good book. The Alchemist is that book for me. If y'all haven't read The Alchemist, go read it. But anywho, sorry, I'm looking for my edge brush. Pause. Okay. So, that was a good book. But you wouldn't have said that if everything was just like easy and everything just worked out how it's supposed to work out. You wouldn't be saying that. And so that's why I'm like, God, thank you for this testimony. Because when people hear this, they're going to be like, what? Girl, you went through who? And you still out here smiling and shining and thriving? What? Like, people going to be lit, right? And I'm going to be lit. So I'm like, okay, I don't want it all easy. So that's why I tell God, like, God, thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this testimony. Thank you for putting some more spice on my story, because it was getting kind of boring. That's how I think. And so that's why I'm like, okay, Amber, that's why nobody can beat you at life. That's why any room you walk into, you already feel like, baby, I'm hurt. I don't treat nobody less than. Because I understand that nobody is above me and nobody is below me. We all may be living in different experiences. So what I mean by that is, like, currently, hold on. Okay. So currently, I could be living in an experience of lessons. I could be living in an experience where God is placing me in this experience to learn something. I don't need you out there partying. I don't need you out there doing your big one. I don't need you out there living your best life. I need you learning this thing right here. Because this lesson that I'm teaching you in this moment is going to benefit you for the rest of your life, right? And everybody's had those moments where, okay, everybody around you prospering, they doing their big one, and you just like, dang, did God miss my door? Did he forget on my tour? Because what am I going through? That's not a bad thing. God's trying to teach you something. He's like, listen, you got to get this. You got to get this. Like, you can't fail this test. This is a test you got to pass. And then, so other people may be living their happy experience. Now, the tables do turn. So then it will be moments where you're living your best life. You're out there doing your big one. And then everybody around you, you'll start to notice some people doing good and some people calling you because everything is just falling to the wayside, fam. And they feel like the world is ending. That doesn't mean you're any better than them in that moment. Doesn't mean when they're high, they're any better than you. They're on a different experience. God may need them to be living their best life when you're low, so they can reach who they're supposed to reach with their testimony in that season. And you need to be down here learning so you can reach who you need to reach in this season. And you can also learn what you need to learn. So when you up here, you properly doing what you're supposed to do. You're not up here wasting time. You're not up here acting like, oh, I did this. You're up there spotlighting God's name, right? And so I'm like, okay, nobody's better, nobody's worse, just different times, different seasons, different experiences. So that's when they're like, oh, I'm on a new level. Yeah, it's like you leveled up your video game. You complete your mission. You completed your mission that you were supposed to do on this level. Like, I needed you to change 3 people's lives. You done came into contact with them people. You done told them what they needed to hear. You done got them to hear what I needed them to hear for them to go do what I need them to do. Now I can level you up. Now you're going to a new level. That doesn't mean you at your your ending destination of where you want to be. That just means, let me go ahead and level you up a little bit. Let me go ahead and, I'll put you on a little bit more and go from there. And so when I can't lose, nobody can beat me because I've already won. Everything is already in place for me. So now I've just learned to enjoy the journey and don't miss out on the good things about the level you're on. Wishing that you was doing something more. Wishing that you was on a new level and you was up there where everybody else at. Because it's not your time. And you don't know, you could be wishing to be where they at now, but God could be saving yours because yours is going to be so much bigger, so much better for that moment. And so, He knows exactly what you need, when you need it. So when you think that like, oh, I'm being left behind, or I'm comparing my success to what I see around other people, I want you to remember this message. And I want you to be like, nobody's better. Nobody's worse. I'm not behind. I'm not losing. I'm just in a different level right now. And I said all that to say nobody can beat me because I've already won. No matter what point I'm at in life, I've already won. And, that works. And so I wanted somebody to hear my thoughts, and somebody, I believe, could take this message and do what they may with it. But I believe it's going to help somebody's mentality today. And that's all that, I'm here to do. God was putting it on my heart, so then I came to put it on yours. And y'all already know our favorite little saying, those who have ears, let them hear. So if you heard what you needed to hear and it resonated with you, God will send you a message. And take that and apply it today. Don't be waiting around. Apply it to your life and do better. And that's the message. So I'm going to use this platform for my real deal. I want to blog and stuff, and I might eventually, but for now, I'm not blogging. For now, I am doing this. When I have words to say, and I really don't want to shorten it down to 20 seconds, 30 seconds for it to be a trendy reel, because I want people to hear what I want them to hear, and they'll cut me off at 3 minutes on other social media platforms. So this is what it's going to be. So if you like this and you support it and you like, girl, I feel what you're saying, I think the same thing, then subscribe and let's build a little community of like-minded people and people who, I'm struggling, y'all, can help better each other. And that's it, on period. So I got ready. I gotta go do my other stuff. I gotta go do my content. But I wanted to come talk to y'all today and let y'all know this is easy. This is just like me talking. It's not gonna be fluffed. It's not gonna be planned and stuff like that. No. I'm about to go on a cruise in a couple months, so maybe I'll take you on that. But I don't even know. I want it to be, my life is kind of like a little door. I'm an inside person. I don't be outside for real. So this is gonna be for my inside homebodies who love God or is trying to find a connection with God. They I'm not really I don't got all the know-hows. God's still working on me, but I am interested in learning more. And I want to be me while I'm doing it. I want to be who God created me to be. You found your tribe, baby. You found your tribe. So until I come back with another video, I cannot end it without putting on my earrings because I want y'all to see. I be cute with my earrings. I don't got on my earrings right now, but So let me put on my earrings. Let me put on my little rings because y'all already know what we do around here. A look is not complete without earrings. That's how I feel, y'all. That's why I be telling people. I'm like, oh, if you ain't got on your earrings, your look is not complete. And period. She's ready. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check back in, turn on your post notifications, all that good stuff, because your girl is here on YouTube. But 287th time. But I say this every time. I ain't going nowhere, but for real, I ain't going nowhere. I got a whole cameraman now, and I got a whole editor. Baby, I'm here, so tap in.